Let me show you how to create this beautiful seed stitch using your chunky yarn. One of my favorite things about this seed stitch is it looks the same on the front as it does on the back, and that can be rare when it comes to different stitches using chunky yarn. So I started out with doing a foundational chain of 35 loops. Your first row of this pattern is going to be an entire row of basic knits before the pattern actually begins. Now I'm ready to begin creating the seed stitch. So it's always regular knits on each end, and the seed stitch is one knit, one purl. A purl is when you come through the front of your loop instead of behind, and then you just alternate that. One knit, and then again one purl. This is going to be repeated all the way down to the other end. So it's going to be one knit, one purl, one knit, one purl, all the way to the other end. An easy way to remember what stitch you created is to look at it. The knits are always going to be standing up and the purls are going to be laying down. Now that I'm on the other side, now I'm going to do the opposite. So when you're going the other direction, you do the opposite. So if it was a knit before, which that one was because it was standing up, now you're going to create a purl. This one was a purl last time in the opposite direction, and now going back the other way, it's going to be a knit. Again, this one was a knit, and now it's going to be a purl. And you're going to repeat that opposite stitch all the way down to the other end. I also want to show you an example of where you're going to have two knits in a row. So this stitch right here is a knit. And then of course you always knit your ends. So that's going to happen every few rows. I also want to show you how to add on a color. So I am just doing the basic ends. I didn't do braided edges. So I'm starting my new color right at the end. And again, it's just going to be the opposite. You don't have to do a basic row of knits when you're adding on a new color using this stitch. You can just continue the pattern per usual. So I'm just going about adding this new beautiful cranberry color, just doing the opposite stitch that I did the other direction. So where there was a knit, there's a purl. Where there was a purl, there's now a knit. And I'll show you again, just kind of going in the other way, just so you can, get a grasp and an understanding that you're going to do one stitch one direction and then the opposite the next direction. So that was a purl last time, it becomes a knit. That was a knit, now it's a purl. That was a purl, now that's a knit. This stitch creates the most beautiful blanket. Follow for more patterns, tutorials, and I also teach online classes. Please see my page for details.